Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm super happy you're here. It is finally time to retire the summer manis and jump into fall. This is more of a fall transition mani, a little bit more muted colors versus like a straight dive into fall, except my right hand is pretty dive into fall. Um, it is the Together Me Mani Collab Day, which is the theme is it's giving fall. So this was the perfect opportunity to dive into some fall nails. And I am wearing full cover tips. So the tips on the nails that I built out with the builder gel were just cracking, and one of them broke and then another one broke. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to keep repairing these. So I soaked those off and I just threw on some full cover tips while I wait for some hard gel and some nail forms to come. And I'm going to attempt to build out a nail with nail forms, which I've done in the past, and I do great. Actually, the application on both hands isn't bad. I am putting on gel base right now, just in case anyone's wondering, and then I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds, and then we'll come back and get into the color. But in the past, when I've done it, I do okay building out the nail. My apex has never been really strong, but now I have a decent system down of exactly how to do it, so I'm not as worried about that. Yes, I accidentally put the first layer of the color on my pinky through my pointer off camera because I forgot to hit record. Oops, but I will put the second layer on camera. This is like a pale pink. It is from modelones, and it's going to be the base, and then we'll do some transfer foil nail art on top. But anyway, as I was saying, the biggest problem I have, and I have this problem regardless, it has nothing to do with whether I build out the nail, do nail tip, it doesn't matter. I am not good at shaping my right hand, which is my dominant hand. So I'm using my non-dominant hand. So these were like coffin tips. I wore them for a couple days and I couldn't take it. I needed the almonds back. I couldn't handle it. I don't know what it is. It used to be like my go-to favorite shape, and now it's not. So I decided to turn them into almond nails, and this hand went pretty good. As you can see, I think they're shaped relatively well. But my right hand, they just kept getting shorter and shorter because I kept messing up the shaping. And so now they're like way shorter than this hand. So I will likely, when I get an opportunity, soak these off and put on actual almond full cover tips until my stuff comes, which I don't think is until late next week. So that is where we're at. That's what we're doing. And then I'll probably leave those on for as long as I can, until they're just like, okay, you got to take these off. They're wonky and lifting and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll go in with the nail forms. I'm trying not to like on, off, on, off, on, off. That's how I really damaged my nails to begin with. And I really don't want to do that if I can get away with it. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we are doing the second layer of this pale pink, and we'll do the second layer on the thumb, and then we'll get into the nail art. And I'm also going to talk to you guys about something else that hopefully is not too upsetting to some of you guys, because I know you guys really love dip powder, and so do I when I do press-ons. It was like I had flashbacks of why I started doing press-ons to begin with and couldn't do well, other than there was lots of reasons. But a big reason is because I do my nails virtually every day. Like I don't work outside of the home. My son homeschools, but he's 14, so he's pretty capable of doing most of the stuff on his own. He'll come ask me when he needs help. So he's working. I take care of the animals, and then I'm like, okay, now I have a few hours. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go play with nail stuff. Of course. I can't do dip every day because it's too much filing and going around my cuticles with the pointy stick to get like the stuff out. And then dip gets inevitably stuck underneath my tips, and then it looks bad. And then it's just a lot of frustrating stuff. But I also really do a lot of damage to my sidewalls and my cuticle area with the filing every day. I think the biggest reason is because I have very, very sensitive skin around my nails. I'll get back to that. But I am basically putting the transfer foil on with a little tiny striping brush. So that way I can put it exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds and then wait 20 seconds, kind of fanning it off, before I put the transfer foil on. And this method worked so good. This is Model 1's transfer foil. And I did recently see a video from Marla Chris doing this with McCart. And so I was like, well, I'll try it with the Model 1's. If it works, great. If not, then I'm going to have to like go and look up how to use the Model 1's foil transfer glue, because you know they're all different. But this actually worked really, really good. I give it, I pat it down really well. I'll take my silicone tool and I'll just kind of rub it in as best I can. And bam, it works good. Everything transferred really, really well. Now on the ring finger, I did the same thing, except I didn't wait the 20 seconds. I went right in because I wanted to see if that was any kind of different. And I did have a little bit more of an issue getting a spot to transfer. It did eventually transfer, but not right away. So I decided that the 20-second and the fanning was probably the way to go. So I do that on the rest of the nails. I'm not sure I leave it all on camera just because, well, yeah, I mean, it's just time and boring. So either way, I do go in and I do the same thing on every nail except this one, just to kind of see if it's which way works better. Okay, with that being said, I'll try to get back into what I was talking about. Dip powder. That's what I was talking about. And I was talking about how sensitive my skin around my nails is. So like when I do cuticle work, my cuticles are pretty like inflamed and irritated for a couple days. So I try to do it like as minimally as possible, like only when I absolutely need it. And then when I'm filing, like regardless, it does irritate my sidewalls and my cuticle area. So even when I am like extremely careful and only use the E5, it doesn't matter. Like I have very sensitive skin in general. So I'm not saying I'm never going to use dip powder. I am. I have too many to not use. I've invested too much into dip powder, and I literally just bought some new odorless liquids to try out. I'm very excited about because they're very affordable and off Amazon. So when I get those, which will be late next week, I will do a video with dip powder using them. But my dip powder usage is going to be pretty minimal as far as how often I use it, because I'm really just trying to get my nails healthy. And now that I've started using gel again, because I thought I had an allergy, now I'm not sure, or maybe I was just allergic to one product. I honestly am very confused on whether I even had one or if I was just being paranoid, because, gel allergies are so prevalent in the nail DIY world. It's like every day I see someone else saying I have a gel allergy, and it's just, I was so paranoid. It was summer. It was hot. Like I said, I was flooding my cuticles a lot, but also it's very dry here. And so I've mentioned this in the past. My only indication that I had a gel allergy was my skin around my nails was peeling pretty bad. But that could also have been that it was really dry and my skin was dry. And, I use cuticle oil a lot, but back then I didn't use it near as much as I do now. So again, I don't know. I'm not going to use the product that I was using when I developed the allergy. I'm doing quotations because I'm saying I don't know if I actually developed an allergy or if I was just paranoid, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to stick with Model 1s, and then maybe like I have a Born Pretty package that I just got that I will probably be doing a video either Tuesday or Friday with. And so that will be a good trial to say like, okay, does this affect me, or is Model 1s like my only go-to? And Beetles. I've used Beetles and I did not have a problem with Beetles either. So I will experiment very carefully and very cautiously. I have Peel Base on. Peel Base works just as good with gel as it does with dip. It's a little harder to get off. It's a lot thinner, but it still works. So yeah, basically I will like try other products minimally, but Model 1 seems to be like working really well. And because I have so much Model 1s, and I will probably invest in more because they have so many pretty colors that I do not have. So anyway, with all that being said, I'm sorry to my dip powder lovers, but they will probably be few and far between as far as in videos or on my nails, period. I just really want to be able to wear nails all the time. I don't want to go back to press-ons. I love making press-ons. Actually, probably more than I like creating on my nails because I feel like I have so much more creative space because I'm not working on the nail. It's just so much easier. But yeah, it doesn't work. It's not what I want to do anymore. So here's where we're at, and I hope you guys understand and are totally okay with that. Everything that I pretty much do on my nails, you can do with dip powder. You can just put a pink base of dip powder down and then put transfer foil on top of that. It doesn't have to be gel. So it doesn't, I don't know. I don't feel like it should matter which product I'm using. I'm more doing this to show you guys my nail creations. So that's where we're at. Okay. Shifting gears. We're on the thumb. We're going to get this one. We got it cured, 60 seconds. We're fanning it off, and then we'll get the transfer foil on. And then I'm going to go in, and this is where, I mean, I like how it turned out, but I really need to work on my like line work with liner brushes, because I wish it would have been just a little bit more of a smooth, I don't know. It's not that bad. I'm like staring at my nails right now. And it's really not that bad. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to outline them with top coat, and then I'm going to put some gold chrome on to kind of like outline the borders of the transfer foil and give it a little bit of a pop. While I'm finishing this up, how was everyone's Labor Day weekend? I told you guys I had like minimal time to get my son's homeschool stuff ready, so I wasn't able to do nails on Friday and do a video for Tuesday. And so I was like, okay, I'll do it Monday. Ding dong, Monday's Labor Day. My fiance doesn't work, and we didn't run errands on the weekend because we were driving to Washington to pick up my son. So we had to do errands on Monday. So that took pretty much the whole day. I obviously did not get a video out Tuesday because of it, but it's fine. We spent the day together. It was a good day. I'm really glad that we spent the day together. I did just put on, and I did this off camera, a matte top coat so that I could do the chroming. I don't know what it is about Model 1's matte, but you can literally chrome right over it. Honestly, I've used it to chrome on before. It was an accident, but I did. So I wiped them off with some alcohol, and it's still you'll see here when I go in to put the chrome in that it's still got the chrome on the base of the nail. I just took a cleanup brush and I kind of wiped it off. Really what I should have done is waited and like re-top coat the chrome and then just gone in with a lint-free wipe and wiped it with alcohol, but it's fine. It all worked out. I got all the chrome off the nail. I don't think I left it on camera just because the video is getting long, and I just took some alcohol and a cleanup brush and did that with that. So when I got to the thumb, I thought, okay, maybe if I wipe it again with alcohol really good, that won't happen. And it was much better than the others. So I guess I should have wiped it twice or just used more alcohol. I don't know. Everyone does chrome with matte when they're trying to like isolate it, I guess. And it didn't work for me. And I don't know if it's just the Model 1s or what. I don't know. But that's where we're at. Either way, I made it work. So back to what I was talking about, which I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Labor Day. Oh, yeah. Just that I didn't get a video in, and it happens. But we had a good day, even though it was mostly running around. And also, this is the other confusing part. I really wish I could figure this out. So when I put gel on my palette right here, I'm right next to like a window on my right side and a window behind me. The sun is not shining in the window behind me, but it does shine in the right side window. So I have the blinds closed. Still, my gel is hardening. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know if sun rays are getting through those blinds or what. But I have to figure out a way to have my palette in screen without getting ruined. I do still easily get it off. I wipe off the stuff on top with a paper towel or a lint-free wipe with some alcohol on it, and then I just take like my cuticle stick and I like pry off the stuff that's on the palette and it comes right off. So it's not like it's a huge deal. It's more just kind of annoying because I put down a decent size, like that gel should have gotten me through this entire mani, but I had to add more for my thumb. So I don't know why that happened. Um, I don't think I mentioned this, but I am, after I line the gel where I want it, I am curing for 15 seconds and then going in with the chrome. And then I will cure these I will throw everything in the lamp together and cure for a whole 60 seconds after I do all of actually, yeah, I think I do them with the thumb because I'm not worried about it running because I already flash cured it for 15 seconds. So that's where we're at. So yes, cure for 15 seconds, put the chrome on. And every gel top coat is going to be different. I shouldn't say 15 seconds. That's for the Model 1s, 15 seconds works great. I know for some you need more like 30, some you need like 20. Like you just got to figure out where the sweet spot is. But for the Model 1s, 15 seconds works great. And then always finish curing. So then I'll go back in and I usually just set it for a minute and I'll either pull it out once it's been in there for 45 seconds or I'll leave it in for the full minute. Usually I just leave it in for the full minute because at that point it's already in there. So what's 15 more seconds? Really nothing. So now I decided to go in and line all of these. I don't know. I think I left it all on camera. I'm not sure. But I decided to go back in and line them so that they were top coated. And I thought that the matte with the top coated chrome would look really good, but I couldn't help myself. In the end, I did go in and you'll see here in a moment that I decided to make them shiny. And I do think they look better shiny. I don't know what it is, but I really like them shiny. So that is what I did. I'm starting to get very inspired by fall manis and I'm really excited to like try different things, do some stamping. I've got some really pretty fall decals that I got from Nailzinacoffin, and I'm going to get some more that I'm really excited to use. And I'm excited to show you guys how I do my decal application on my nails versus on press-ons because it has been a long, long time. So I do have some fun stuff coming up. It'll just be with gel polishes versus dip powder in most cases, not all cases. Again, remember, I do plan on still using dip powder, just a little more sparingly. I can't do it every day. There's just no way. So now I'm going in with a top coat, and I did kind of flash on the screen the Young Nails Protein Bond. So instead of going in with a base coat, which is just more layers and more chance of like getting stuff on my skin, I did a layer of Protein Bond on every single nail. I didn't leave it on camera because it gets just to be a lot when I'm just sitting here wiping stuff on my nails. So especially when it's just a clear and you can't really even see what I'm doing. But the Protein Bond it's sticky. So it's going to hold that top coat, in my experience, just as long as a gel base would. But for me, even if it didn't, I don't care. These are going to get popped off in a day or two anyway. So as long as it holds up, basically for me to do pictures and wear them for a couple days, it doesn't matter. There's no reason I have to go in with the gel base. I have like 5 bottles of the Protein Bond and minimal bottles of the gel base. So where I can like substitute the Protein Bond or a bonder, it doesn't have to be the Young Nails Protein Bond. This just happens to be what I use and have. But yeah, I mean, it works as a good substitute. So now that I am done top coating this last nail on the hand, excluding the thumbnail, I'm going to flip my hand upside down for 10 seconds. I'm just going around my cuticles and making sure there's none on them. But I'm going to flip it upside down for 10 seconds and then cure it for 60. And then I guess I did my thumb. Oh, I had already done my thumb because I wanted to test and make sure I liked it better shiny. And I didn't want to do all the nails in case I didn't like it and then had to like go back in with matte. So that's why the thumb was already done. So now I'm going in with my favorite cuticle oil, Nailzinacoffin Crypt Serum is what it's called, and it's divine. If you haven't tried it yet, try it. Coffin 20 saves. This is cherry limeade, I believe. I did show it, but I think that's what it is. I do have a link to the cuticle oils for Nailzinacoffin. It'll be in the description box, and it just sends you to all the different scents, and you can pick out what you like. This one is so good. They're all so good. I don't think I've tried one that I don't like. I love them all so much. So after I get my cuticle oil on, we are wrapped up. So I really, really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy or at least aren't too discouraged by my non-dip powder manis. I'm a little discouraged by it, if I'm being honest, because like I said, I have so much and I've loved dip powder for so long. And, well, I never thought I was going to use gel again. So this is all very weird for me, but I have to do what's best for my nail health and for the fact that I want to be able to continue having nails on my hand, versus doing them on press-ons. So that's just where we're at. And if I somehow do develop a gel allergy, well, then I'm going to have to pivot, and I'm going to have to pivot hard. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I will see you in the next one. Bye.